Hello?
Welcome to Cry School.
Cool.
Follow me.
Your future is coming for you. But don't worry, we'll get you ready.
Woo!
I'm Mary Jane Morrison. I teach English. This is my 30th year, Cry School.
And I'm Lee Harris. I work in the math department and the outdoor program, and this is my 29th year at Cry School.
During my time here, I've seen many changes at Cry School. We've seen, obviously, the renovation of the chapel, renovation of the dining hall.
Not only have the students and our population grown, but the buildings have also grown and become much better. The campus is today much different than it was when we first came here.
The hallmark for me of Cry School is we are always moving forward, yet we're maintaining our traditions. And there's something about the Cry School student, I think, that's very endearing, and that has been a constant.
It's not so much the academics as it is the values and the morals that we're trying to create here for them to become good husbands, good companions, good fathers. And so I think that that is part of what the school is all about, and part of what going forward the school's going to continue to do.
People that we've remained friends with through the years, the faculty that have gone on to other places, the thing they always say is, you know, I really like it here, but I've never found a community like Cry School. And I think that's as true for we, the faculty, as it is for the students. And I think that's why the students come back.
We've had an outdoor chapel nestled right on the edge of the lake ever since I arrived. But what once was just a clearing in the woods and barely big enough for 50 or 60 people, now is a beautiful space, a very sacred space for everyone here that allows us to enjoy the beauty of this setting here in the mountains, but now can accommodate the entire community.
Life is short, and we do not know how much time we will have to gladden the hearts of those who travel this way with us. So be swift to love. Make haste to be kind. And may God, who is beyond our ability to fully understand, but who knows us and loves us, and travels with us, bless us and keep us in peace. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be upon you and remain with you always. Amen.
I knew in the locker room this would be ours today. So proud of the effort, from November on, every single one of you. Today was emblematic of who we are. Everyone played their role perfectly, and we got it done, boys. First ever state championship. Let's go! 1, 2, 3, together!
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would like to welcome you all to the class of 2019 Lacrosse Senior Day. It is my distinct pleasure to celebrate our 14 seniors that have elevated the success of our program on and off the field. The first senior that we would like to recognize is Marcus Berger. Marcus is from Raleigh, North Carolina. This is his third year on varsity and fourth in the program. He is accompanied by his mom, Michelle, and stepdad, John. Marcus has emerged as one of the best defensive middies in the state and has still managed to compile nearly 20 points in transition. Coach Miles states that Marcus is a very tough, gritty player with a high lacrosse IQ. He is one of the most competitive players on the team and will do whatever it takes to win. I will truly miss coaching him next year. Marcus will be attending UNC next year. Marcus Berger. Our next senior is Hagen Brooks. Hagen is from Asheville, North Carolina. He is a 3-year varsity player and has been in the program for 4 years. He is accompanied by his parents, Mark and Catherine. His dedication has earned him an opportunity to play college lacrosse next year. Coach Miles states it has been a pleasure to coach Hagen from the time he was in 6th grade through his senior season. He will be missed next year, and he will be attending Queen's University, where he will be playing lacrosse. Hagen Brooks. Next up is Will Dodenhoff, who is from New Orleans, Louisiana. Downhill Dode has been in the program for 5 years, and this is his 3rd year on varsity. He is accompanied by his parents, Bill and Michelle. Will has played an important role for us this year, becoming a key dodging midfielder who has 17 points on the season. Coach Miles states Will brings a passion, athleticism, and energy every day to practice, has been a big part of our success, and has been a pleasure to coach. He will be attending Alabama next year. Will Dodenhoff. Our next senior is Spencer Dyer from Isle of Palm, South Carolina. This is his 2nd year on varsity and 3rd in the program. He is accompanied by his parents, Steve and Heather. Last year, he received the Most Improved Player Award, and this year has emerged as one of the best defensemen in the state. Coach Miles states that Spencer is an absolute workhorse on the field and in the weight room. He is among the most improved players I've ever coached in a 2-year period. He has been a pleasure to coach, and I am proud of the person that he has become. He will be attending North Greenville University next year, where he will play Division II lacrosse and will be an immediate impact player. Spencer Dyer. Logan Easler is our next senior from Flat Rock, North Carolina. This is his 1st year on varsity, but he is accompanied by his parents, Brent and Darby. Logan has been a hard-working, selfless player who always puts the team first. Coach Miles states that Logan brings an energy, a positive attitude every day, and I've enjoyed coaching him this year. Logan will be attending Wofford College next year. Logan Easler. Our next senior is Hudson Ford from Charleston, South Carolina. This is his 2nd year on varsity and 4th in the program, and he is accompanied by his parents, Billy and Jill. Hudson has been an important role player for us this year on attack. Coach Miles states that Hudson is one of the hardest working players on the team. He is often one of the first at practice and has become one of the most fundamentally sound players in our program and has been a pleasure to coach. He will be attending Clemson University next year, where he will play club lacrosse. Hudson Ford. Our next senior is Zach Grindy from Hardy, Virginia. Zach is a 2-year starter and team captain. He is accompanied by his parents, Brian and Carrie. This season, Zach emerged as one of the top middies in the state and helped our team off to a 12-0 record, the best in school history. Coach Miles states that Zach is a first-class player on and off the field, someone who makes big plays when it counts and makes players around him better. Zach has been an all-state player and will be attending VMI next year, where he will play Division I lacrosse. Zach Grindy. Next, we would like to recognize Tyler Haldeman from Asheville, North Carolina. This is Tyler's 1st year as a varsity player. He is accompanied by his parents, Ryan and Amy. Coach Miles states that I started coaching Tyler when he was in 6th grade, and he has always shown toughness, resilience, and coachability, some of the most important traits for life. He has made tremendous progress this year, and I'm proud of his effort. He will be attending the University of South Carolina next year. Tyler Haldeman. Our next senior is Jack Harrison from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jack is accompanied by his parents, Kevin and Suzanne. Jack is a 2-year varsity starter and team captain and has emerged as one of the best attackmen in the state, compiling 47 goals so far and nearly 80 points already, helping lead our offense. Coach Miles states that Jack has really stepped up this year and has been instrumental to our success. He always makes big plays when we need them and is one of the best leaders on and off the field. In my 18 years of coaching, he will be attending Lafayette University in Pennsylvania, where he will play Division I lacrosse next year. Jack Harrison. Our next senior is Andrew King from South Carolina. This is his 2nd year on varsity and 4th in the program. He is accompanied by his parents, Andrew and Amy. Andrew has played an important role for us, becoming a starting defensive midi and positive leader on the team. Coach Miles states that Andrew is a passionate, knowledgeable player who comes to practice every year, every day, with a positive attitude and competes at a high level, and has been a pleasure to coach. He will be attending the University of South Carolina next year. Andrew King. Our next senior is James Lilly from Houston, Texas. James is a 2-year varsity player and was a key player in our state championship team last year. He's accompanied by his father, Kevin. Coach Miles states that James has played an important role the past few years, helping us win the state championship. He has a natural athletic ability and has become a smart player who clears the ball and plays physical. I've enjoyed coaching him and will miss him next year. He will be attending Southwestern University in Texas, where he will play Division III lacrosse. James Lilly. Our next senior is Coles Manning from Fort Worth, Texas. This is his 3rd year on varsity and serves as a team captain. He is accompanied by his parents, Isaac and Libby. Coles is a 2-year starter and has played an important role for us. Coach Miles states, I've gotten to know Coles very well on and off the field. He is someone of high character and focus, and I know he will be successful at whatever endeavor he chooses. He will be attending Oklahoma University, where he will play club lacrosse. Coles Manning. Next up is Will McNichols from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is his 3rd year on varsity and 4th in the program. He is accompanied by his parents, John and Connie. Will is a 3-year starter and team captain. The past few years, he has emerged as one of the best defensemen in the state, often playing our opponent's number 1 player. Coach Miles states that Will has worked tirelessly on and off the field, in the weight room, and in the classroom. I'm proud of the person and player he has become, and I have no doubt he will succeed at the next level. He will be attending the University of Utah next year, where he will play Division I lacrosse. Will McNichols. Our last senior from Greenville, South Carolina, is Ross Oakley. This is his 2nd year on varsity and 3rd in the program. He is accompanied by his parents, Mike and Josephine. Ross has played an important role for us, becoming a reliable defensive midi and positive leader. Coach Miles states that Ross is the spirit and heart and soul of our team. He is a positive, selfless, and glue guy. In addition, he is among one of the most wonderfully weird people I have ever coached, and I mean that as a compliment. He will be attending Wofford. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had about an hour and 5-minute rain delay, but we are here. We're going to try and get this game in for as long as possible. Christ School will be in white, and Charlotte Secondary will be in gray with the kind of like silvery helmets. As we mentioned, it's senior day, so Starting for Christ School today, I'm looking at James Lilly, Will McNichols, Spencer Dyer, Hagen Brooks, Marcus Berger. Number 25, Sean Dow will be the face-off guy. Hudson Ford and Jack Harrison will be joining them. The only non-seniors will be Sam Bree in goal, Davis Lindsay, and Sean Dow. But it looked like for a moment, Nathaniel, we were not going to get this game in, but we're definitely going to try here. Last game before playoff seeding, what are you looking for Christ School?
I'm looking forward to making sure that they aren't getting complacent with it, that they stay hustling and they complete every ground ball and fight for it just as if they're playing a Providence Day as they will in the playoffs most likely.
Yeah, senior day is always an interesting time for a variety of players just because it's their potential last game at home. However, with Christ School having the opportunity to host the state playoffs, chances are if they continue to win, they will have 3 more games after this. But as we mentioned, it's been raining on and off the last 2 days, so the field is slick. So look for that today. Ball thrown away, picked up by Spencer Dyer, senior from Isle of Palm, South Carolina. And that's Marcus Berger in the middle of the field with the ball. It is raining currently. All right, so offensively, that's William Dodenhoff from New Orleans passing the ball over to number 21, Parker Bird. Coles Manning also in with Hudson Ford, Jack Harrison, and Davis Lindsay. So let's see what happens here. First true possession for Christ School. Green's doing a good job of moving the ball. Near pick there from Coles Manning. Good defense from number 31 on Charlotte secondary. So Davis Lindsay restarting possession for Christ School. Guarding him is number 77. Davis Lindsay with 7 goals and 6 assists in the game earlier this week against Greensboro Day. 109 points on the season, 59 goals, 50 assists, and a near fantastic defensive play from Dodenhoff. But we're going to have a goal scored by Charlotte's secondary, and they lead Christ School. Minute 55 off the clock, and it looked like we almost got a push there out of bounds. But unfortunately, Charlotte Country Day with a good move there, Nathaniel.
Yes, sir. That was a great play to be able to keep moving down the field, stay in bounds, tiptoeing the line, and then to find the open man on the crease.
Now, Charlotte Secondary has only played 9 games this season. Christ School 17-2. I believe Secondary is 4-5. They play a lot of common opponents, Charlotte Catholic, Charlotte Country Day, as well as a face-off win here for Secondary. And a lot of times one of the things you'll see in a senior game, Nathaniel, is the fact that, the team who's home gets a little complacent. And, I think they were a little shocked there as we see a great defensive play from Hagen Brooks to knock that one away. But number 65 for Secondary has possession. And I just feel like Christ School's come out a little flat so far this game. Let's see what they're able to do here as defense being played by Marcus Berger.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because Charlotte Secondary has up until this point won the ground ball battle, and that's also why they're leading in this game.
Yeah, near good pass there to number 21, unable to corral it, but Christ School doesn't come away with it. 65 with another pickup.
The ball isn't rolling as far also today due to the rain.
Yeah, it might have been a turnover on any other day, but Secondary able to stick with it. Defensively, we see Hagen Brooks, Will McNichols, Marcus Berger, Spencer Dyer, James Lilly, and number 23, Andrew King. Press defense here from Christ School. This is one of their better players, the yellow helmet. They've been trying to lock him off so far, but a good defensive possession from Andrew King. James Lilly comes away with it. Greenies on the run here. That's Jack Harrison with the ball. He's got a step, shot, scores! Jack Harrison scores. That's his 48th goal of the year. 80th point on the season. So good job there by Christ School to score to make it 1-1. Sean Dow back to the face-off circle at about 81% on the season, just 1 for 2 this game. Good face-off win there for Sean Dow. Jack Fitch on the field for Christ School. Had to take the SAT this morning, as did many of the juniors. Good to see him back out here. I'm not sure if he would have played in the first half if not for the lightning delay. So that's Jack Fitch in the middle of the field with the ball right now. Coles Manning, that's Parker Bird to Coles. Would have been a turnover on any other day. Unfortunately, just does roll out of bounds there. Christ will try and get a ride here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Good job there. Waiting for the whistle to blow to start possession. That's Davis Lindsay. Good dodge there. Slide comes. He's got time. Shot! Score! Davis Lindsay does it all himself. 2-1. That is point number 110 for Davis Lindsay on the season. His 60th goal leads the team in both goals and assists. And Christ School, after going down 1-0, now leads 2-1. So no assists for Christ School yet. 2 offensive plays there. And I would imagine, Nathaniel, you've played lacrosse before. Have you played in conditions with rain before? How difficult does that make it?
Yes, definitely I have. So when you see earlier today, you may have noticed that the ball was rolled to William Dadenhoff at the top. That still prevent turnovers because a lot of these passes have been sloppy, partly because of user error, but also because of the slick conditions. And so to be able to have field presence like Lindsay did back there is really impressive to be able to finish that as well. So watching how Christ School adjust right here will also be very important.
Davis getting guarded there over to Sam Bassett, unable to corral it. Good defense here by secondary, trying to make it life difficult. That's going to be a push in the back. So they will keep possession.
So like right there, you just noticed Lindsay, usually really accurate, was a little high on that pass because when it does rain, it does affect how the stick throws. So that's one of the important things to look out for in this game for Christ School.
Good pass, good shot, score. Charlotte secondary on the board. Pass from number 65 over to 43, I believe. So a good job there. Good pass and catch. And the game is now tied 2-2.
A lot of the Christ School defenders have been ball watching so far as those past 2 goals. Both have been wide open passes on the crease.
Back to the face-off X here, 3 for 4. Make it 4 of 5 for Sean Dow. Number 43 coming over, trying to ride Lindsay out of bounds, but he will keep possession and get a touch for the Greenies. Good stutter step move there. Slide comes, finds Jack Harrison, but good job by the goalie. That's number 29 to keep possession. But Marcus Berger with the steal. He's got a step. He'll shoot, and he will score. Marcus Berger does it all himself.
Great defensive play from Berger, finishing with the left hand right there. Really impressive play.
Thirteenth goal on the season for the Midi. Back to the face-off X where, no surprise, Sean Dow able to come away with it and gets a touch. He'll stay on offense. Multiple defenders on him, and he will give it away. Good job by Sean Dow. Davis Lindsay to Parker Bird, and he'll score. First assist we've seen from Christ School, and that one was from Davis Lindsay, his 51st of the year. Goal by Parker Bird, and he's got 24 goals in his first season as a Christ School Greenie. So good job there by Christ School to give the ball up. Nathaniel, we mentioned having some trouble getting some of those short, tight passes off, but a good job there by Lindsay and a good catch from Parker Bird. Good, near face-off win there for secondary. They will come away with it. So we see Manning, Lilly, Dyer, but a wide open shot just missed by number 21.
That's the third time Christ School has left a man wide open on the crease.
Good save there by Sam Bree. But that one is scored. It looks like Will McNichols is walking gingerly. And as we mentioned, a lot of difficult footing out here as it is raining. So number 21, who missed that short shot just seconds ago, able to put that one home. But McNichols here walking off the field. See who comes on the field for him. Looks like he's holding his hip at the moment. So footing always an issue in situations like this. All right, so Greenies find themselves a man down here. Got a man down with McNichols coming off with the goal scored, but also man down with Spencer Dyer with an unnecessary roughness penalty.
Big face-off win from Sean Dow right there. Able to help the Greenies run out the play.
It's on. It's on. Yeah, Lindsay always giving the ball to try and wear out the other team. And he's doing that now. Number 33.
Secondary doubling the ball, having the man in home. They are overextending themselves a little bit by doing this, though.
Yeah, look for cutters from Christ School, but I would imagine they're going to wait a little bit here to get a offensive player on the field. With secondary not playing tight defense up there.
This is a 2-minute man down for Christ School right now. They won the face-off, so Charlotte secondary is not in possession yet.
Yes, only if they get a very good look at goal will they take a shot here. That's Davis Lindsay on the far side of the field in the corner with possession for Christ School. 3:56 left in the first quarter. Christ School leads 4-3 against the Charlotte secondary Phoenix. Pass over to Sam Bassett, the freshman, 52 goals on the season. A record for goals scored by a freshman. Jack Fitch, Berger, Harrison, Lindsay, Bassett. Waiting to kill the penalty here. All right, Greenies have officially killed the penalty. Parker Bird will come on offense for Christ School. So with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, let's see what Christ School comes up with here. Doing a good job of moving the ball. Secondary not pressing. Good save there by Parker Bird. Had his hands free, and he'll score. So a pass intended, I believe, for Sam Bassett from Harrison finds its way through to Parker Bird, and he scores his second goal of the season. Greenies now lead 5-3. Two teams back to the face-off X here. Marcus Berger comes away with it. Now Jack Fitch momentarily had numbers. That's Lindsay, makes a defender fall down. Surveying the field, finds an open Sam Bassett. Let's see if that stays in bounds. Unfortunately, it'll be a turnover. So Lindsay was able to draw two defenders and tried to get it over.
These short passes are also difficult in the rain because it doesn't give the person receiving as much time to adjust to it. So we'll have to keep seeing how that plays out in this game and whether or not that's a critical factor for the Greenies.
Secondary throws it up here. But Sam Bree with a good step up. James Lilly back over to Sam Bree. Nobody's picking him up. Finds Parker Bird. Pass over to Parker Bird. He'll have his third goal of the game. Pretty pass and catch from Jack Harrison to Parker Bird, who's got 3 quick goals in the first quarter for Christ School, who leads 6-3 over Charlotte Secondary. So that play was all set up by a great outlet from Sam Bree to Parker Bird. When they got the ball up the field, Parker just never slowed down, came right through the middle of the field. Nobody picked him up, and he was able to score. So great job and a great start for Parker, a sophomore from Cary, North Carolina. He's got time. That's Jack Harrison. Pass over to Davis Lindsay. He will shoot, and that shot will be scored. Goal scored in 4.5 seconds. Pretty play from Sean Dow to win the faceoff. And Davis Lindsay scores there.
Sean Dow winning faceoffs is going to be really big heading into these playoffs because when the Greenies have more possessions, that gives them more time to be on offense, which means more scoring for them.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, great look there from Davis Lindsay and a good finish. Greenies find themselves up 4. Sean Dow over to Jack Harrison. Looks like we'll have a similar opportunity here. But good hustle from the goalie to win that possession for Secondary. And this is kind of the time in the game, Nathaniel, where we see the defense switch over to kind of more of a defensive approach off the faceoffs. Sean Dow has been able to win the faceoff and you know, get some room, get some time, and find some open players. So we'll see what they do here. As multiple teams fighting for the ground ball. Great job by James Lilly. He's off and running here. Nobody's picked him up. Looks for the slide. Davis Lindsay finds it, but a good save by the goalie. 1 minute remains in the first quarter. Greenies up 4. Lindsay with the ball. That's Coles Manning. He had time, room, good save. See if the Greenies are able to get a ride here. Good job by Coles Manning, finds Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison goes low, and that's tough to stop. Greenies 8-4. Jack Harrison, 1 goal away from 50 on the season. And Jack Fitch with an assist there. So been a great couple minutes for the Greenies here in the tail end of the first quarter as they lead now by 5 goals over Secondary. Greenies have numbers now. Jack Harrison over to Lindsay. Lindsay finds Mikey Peralta, but it gets knocked away. Davis comes away with it. 20 seconds remain. That's Sam Bassett over to Mikey Peralta. He'll shoot, goes wide, saved by Harrison again. Harrison gets his hands free, looking time. Good save there by 29. 4, 3, 2. He's got to get a shot off. He won't, and the time is going to run out. So at the end of the first quarter, Christ School finds themselves leading 8-5. 8-3 over Charlotte Secondary. All right, back for the start of the second quarter. Christ School will be going from right to left on your screen, Secondary from left to right. Once again, Christ School in white, Secondary in gray.
Defensive face-off win from Sean Dow.
In the game right now, we see Tyler Haldeman, Andrew King, Jack Harrison, Davis Lindsay, and Sam Bassett. Sean Dow deciding to do it all himself, and that'll be a goal from Sean Dow. Won the faceoff, kept it himself, and scored to make it 9-3. So Sean Dow with his 6th goal on the season. And one of the things that Coach Miles mentioned throughout this week, and one of the things we're going to see in the playoffs is, Sean Dow is great from the faceoff X, but he's also a great player on the offensive end. So there's going to be a lot more times where we see him stay on offense and help Christ go out in that way as well. But obviously his most valuable from the faceoff X just lost, I believe just won this game, is Jack Harrison with a good dodge there. But a good slide from 28. That's Fitch with the ball. Davis Lindsay being guarded by 34. Sam Bassett yet to score this game, but that won't last long. Andrew King with a good spin move, and right on cue, Sam Bassett. What a pass from Andrew King, and a nifty little finish there from Sam Bassett. It was as if he heard me talking about him. But Andrew King did a great job drawing the defender and giving that one up there. And Greenies are first to 10. You know, I think, Nathaniel, that Christ School is most impressive when they can score in a variety of ways. I think, you know, the first 3 or 4 goals we saw scored today were unassisted, guys doing their own thing. But a lot of the goals we've seen here, whether coming from the face-off guy or a lot of unselfishness, we've seen a lot of good goals from Christ School in the last couple minutes here. As Colin Schott, a freshman from Greensboro, will take the face-off X for the first time. Looked like for a moment he had won the face-off. Secondary comes away with it, and they're going to turn it over. Kevin Masson over to Sam Bree, bringing it up the field, and that's Dodenhoff. And when he gets ahead of can't even talk, too busy watching Dodenhoff here, but they're going to call. So what I would imagine is the equivalent of an offensive foul.
They called a ward because I don't think he had 2 arms on his stick.
Okay.
That's one of the hard things to know.
But when
you're
bigger. When he's got that, when he's at full speed, he's difficult to stop. And it looks like Jack Fitch will be called for a push in the back, which will be a 1-minute penalty. So Greenies will find themselves man down. So Greenies are man down with 10 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Dyer, Berger. Oh, good dodge by 77. But there's going to be another flag, so Greenies are going to be 2 men down momentarily here. So that slash is going to be called on Hagen Brooks. Greenies 2 men down. So this one will be a 1-minute penalty. Great job by Spencer Dyer to knock it away. Greenies have to get back in position, but they'll force a turnover, so great job by Berger, Dyer, Lilly, and Masson. And Jack Fitch will come back on the field. Greenies still remain 1 man down.
Great job by Kevin Masson staying in bounds.
That's Davis Lindsay, willing to sacrifice his body, surveying the field, draws the slide. Jack Fitch from distance. That'll go wide. So we did just hear thunder, but as of right now, the Lightning is outside of the 8-mile radius. But be prepared for another Lightning delay. Davis Lindsay, ball goes over his head there. Penalty has been killed, so both Greenies back on the field. 9 minutes remaining. Davis Lindsay to Jack Harrison, who finds Sam Bassett wide open. Great job by the Greenies to move the ball.
Charlotte secondary did switch goalies at the quarter break.
Yeah, good call there. Missed that one. That's number 79, I believe, in for secondary. Collins shot back to the face-off X. But a face-off win here. Secondary off and running. Good defense by Masson. One-handed shot saved by Sam Bree. Couple Greenies running after it here. That's Haldeman. Sam Bree looking to come away with it. He does. And he gives it away. Good job here. See if Greenies can take advantage.
Great play by Sam Bree back there.
Spencer Dyer at full speed, looking to make a move. Good defense there. All right, so push called on Spencer Dyer. No penalty.
Loose ball.
So we got 8:20 left in the second quarter. Good dodge, good move, shot saved by Sam Bree. Good job getting low there. That's Ross Oakley with the ball, trying to get to his right hand and get the clear. He will. Over to Sam Bassett. Sam Bassett can't be stopped right now. And Ross Oakley with his first career assist. That one to Sam. And a great play by Ross Oakley to give Christ School the 12-3 lead. Ross Oakley from Greenville, South Carolina with a great play there. Been a defensive end for Christ School for the past 3 years, but joined the lacrosse program last year and contributing in a big way here against secondary. 12-3, Christ School leads here in the first half. Sean Dow comes away with it. He's got numbers, looking for the slide. It comes. Jack Harrison over to Sam Bassett. And Sam Bassett having himself a game. 4 shots, 4 goals. 13-3 with 7:45 remaining in the second quarter. Sean Dow, instant offense for Christ School. Pushes it away. That's number 28.
Logan Easler.
Jack Fitch. Sorry, gosh. Kevin Masson draws the slide. Jack Harrison to Andrew King. Logan Easler open in the middle of the field, and they're going to call a push in the back on the loose ball. Jack Harrison restarting possession. Lindsay over to Bassett. Andrew King. Dodenhoff. This is Logan Easler right here. That ball gets knocked away. Secondary off and running here. Slick conditions, as we mentioned, as the secondary player goes down. They're going to call a timeout. So with that timeout, it remains 13-3. Christ School leads with 7:28 left in the second quarter. And we'll be back after this timeout. All right, we're back at it here. That's number 77 with the ball for secondary. Continues to reign here as defense being played by Hagen Brooks. Hagen from Asheville, North Carolina, headed to Queens University, Division II next year. That ball turned over. Jack DeBose, Sam Bassett on offense, waiting for the ball. Joining them, Mike Peralta and Sing Q as well. But that one's going to be turned over. Secondary looking to push the other way. Good defense from Sing Q, but a great save, even better save from Sam Bree, who stops the wide open goal. Great forced turnover there. Six minutes remain here in the second quarter. Good carry and touch from number 34 for secondary. And another great save from Sam Bree. That one right off his foot. Tyler Haldeman with the ball at midfield. He'll find Parker Bird, already with 3 goals in this game. Parker to Haldeman. .43 with the carry. Looking, surveying the field, finds 33, but another save from Sam Bree. A great couple minutes here from the Canadian. And a turnover. Nope, near turnover. That's Parker Bird. He's got a step, but he'll slow things up. Ball over to Haldeman, to Sam Bassett. DeBose to Hudson Ford. 4 seniors out here. Mikey Peralta's got time. Unselfish play, finds Hudson Ford, and that shot goes just wide. So Jack DeBose off the pick from Hudson Ford. Thought about it. But a great ground ball from 36, who's going to bring it up. But that one gets taken away by Mike Peralta. Got a step, hands free, thought about it, but it gets knocked away there. And 34 comes away with it again. 3:35 left in the second quarter. Good defense there by Theo Pearson. But another turnover. So secondary getting quite a few close opportunities, but unfortunately unable to make those short, quick passes. Kevin Masson will restart possession for Christ School when we come back.
Yes.
Sam Bree taking it all by himself. You got to love seeing that. I mean, exciting opportunity there for Sam Bree. Thought about it. He's hustling back.
He did it this summer at one of his lacrosse tournaments, finished top cheddar.
Oh, that's awesome. Picked up there by Kevin Masson. And we have lightning, so that'll be at least 30 minutes. If this game gets called, I'd imagine the coaches are going to talk here, and we will let you know what the final decision is. All right. So it looks like just based on the players going to give Sam Bree some high fives that they are going to call the game. So final score will be 13-3 with 2:31 remaining. Senior night was a bit wetter than we hoped it would be, but ultimately Christ School comes away with a victory against Charlotte Secondary. They will find out officially what their seed is tomorrow at the seeding committee, but they went undefeated in state, so I'd be surprised to hear that they do not come away with the #1 seed and the opportunity to host the state playoffs. Christ School moves to 18-2 overall on the season, and the Greenies will move on to the playoffs. Be an exciting time. As we mentioned, last 2 years, Christ School had the opportunity to host the state championship, host the state playoffs. They've had 6 consecutive games at home. They've won all of those, and they have the chance for 3 more if they continue to win. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, what did you see from Christ School today in the limited amount of time that we saw?
Well, I mean, one of the big factors here was the rain, but I mean, you don't know if that's going to keep coming, and so one of the things that every coach will tell you is the other team is playing in the same conditions as you are. So really, Christ School needs to be able to adapt to these things if they see them again in the playoffs.
That's a great point. And, unfortunately, we saw an injury to Will McNichols because of the rain, because of the slick footing. With the playoff game coming up next Friday, probably I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it will be, but the #8 seed, maybe he'll have the opportunity to rest. With the semifinals also being here the following Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. So we'll see what happens. But ultimately, a wet game here. 4 assists from Jack Harrison, 4 goals from Sam Bassett, 3 from Parker Bird, 2 from Davis Lindsay. And the Greenies move to 18-2 with the opportunity for the first time in school history, if they can win 2 more games, to have a 20-win season. So thank you guys for joining us. For those of you that stuck with us through the lightning delay, up to the second lightning delay, we appreciate your time.